All right, let me tell you, every now and then, there is a book that you encounter that absolutely changes the rest of your life. This is Desiring God by John Piper. And this book absolutely changed the way I see the world. Welcome to Not Another Book or Bible Review. My name is Cam Hyde. I am bringing you your unshakable, unending, unraveling book and Bible reviews, and this is one of them. This book, I'm going to have to try to not talk for too long because I like to keep these at a manageable watch time. But I can remember getting my copy of this book in college. I can remember going home from college on winter break and falling asleep in the floor of my parents' basement with this book open on the floor because I couldn't put it down. And this book really did turn my world upside down. And John Piper, for writing this book, writing Desiring God, I will be forever grateful for him doing this. And so you're saying, Cam, why are you reviewing such an old book? But the truth of the matter is that this is a new revision. What I believe, if I've read the introduction correctly, is a permanent revision or the last revision of this book. And so you've had this book released in paperback and several different covers. You've had it released in a hardcover. It's been released in the Crossway John Piper Collected Works, and it's even been updated a little bit since that release. And it's mostly in the intro, right? It's mostly in the intro. He talks a little bit about current events that have happened, like even going as far as COVID, technology that's changed, those types of things, but how the message of this book has stayed the same. You also have an intro from Justin Taylor of Crossway, just talking about the impact of desiring God and what it means for Crossway to get to release this edition of it. And man, it's beautiful, right? That cover is beautiful. And so if I could just tell you really quick, I had an edition, that same edition that I had marked to pieces, falling asleep in my parents' floor. I lost it. And I looked for maybe 2 weeks solid trying to find that, and I could never find it. And so I was going to re-buy the book because I do plan to reread it again here in my life very soon. But I was going to re-buy it, and then I saw that Crossway was coming out with this edition whenever I Googled it. And so I decided to wait, and now I've got this copy. I'm so excited about it. And ultimately, the theme of this book, the message of this book is that God is most glorified in us when we are most satisfied in him, right? Piper introduces the concept he calls Christian hedonism, and he says that this idea, whether you want to call it that or not, that God is most glorified in me when I'm most satisfied in him, or the chief end of man is to glorify God by enjoying him forever. Piper says that has stood the test of his life since he wrote this. And so you'll get different topics in this book about how to glorify God in those things. Topics like money, topics like, conversion, topics like missions, all these different things, prayer, and he will talk about the glory of God through the avenue of these things in our lives. And so if I can, I could rave and rave about this book. It's quotable on almost every page. It is truly a masterwork from John Piper. It truly will change your life if you read it. But if I can, I want to give you a paragraph from the preface just to kind of put this out there. He says, the older I get, the more I am persuaded that Nehemiah 8:10 is crucial for living and dying well. The joy of the Lord is your strength. As we grow older and our bodies weaken, we must learn from the Puritan pastor Richard Baxter, who died in 1691, to redouble our efforts to find strength from spiritual joy, not natural supplies. He prayed, "May the living God, who is the portion and rest of the saints, make these our carnal minds so spiritual and our earthly hearts so heavenly that loving him and delighting in him may be the work of our lives." When delighting in God is the work of our lives, which I call Christian hedonism, there will be an inner strength for ministries of love to the very end. This book will help you and help carry you with the Lord to the very end. Highly recommend it. You can pick it up in the show notes. I'll have links there. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Please share it with somebody else. Helps me out and would really enjoy that, would really be thankful for that. So follow me over on Instagram @RealCamHyde. Until next time.